What's up everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you how you can build your very own blade ball game and you'll have it up and running by the end of this video. If you saw my last video, you might remember my older blade ball project. Well, a few months ago, I completely rebuilt it from the ground up. The code is way more optimized, super organized, and honestly, it's just a lot easier for you guys to understand and play around with. Let's jump right into Studio and see what we're working with. Alright, so looking at the server scripts, don't be intimidated. There aren't actually many that you need to know to customize this. The main one you need to know is the ball script, which basically just lets you change how many balls spawn in. As you guys can see, you can just change this value to any number of balls you want to spawn. For example, if you want to spawn 5 balls, just play. And as you guys can see, there are 5 balls. It's just stacked into each other, as you guys saw right there. So yeah. Okay, then we have the ability script. Note, this isn't where you actually create the new abilities, but rather where you can just type the ability's name and it'll automatically equip it for you. You guys can change this to have like UI that equips it like in the real blade ball, but right now I kept it simple. So if they type in this, and it'll equip this ability. And it automatically sets it to lowercase, so it doesn't matter about casing, like uppercase or lowercase. Oh, both of them will work. Now, let's check on the module scripts. Just like the server scripts, we're keeping it simple. You really only need to focus on 3 of them: abilities, balls, and players. So let's take a look at those. Abilities, balls, and players. So if you guys want to customize or make your own abilities, the abilities modules is where you create it. So as you guys can see, here is where you create your ability. You guys can choose the cooldown of it and how many charges it has. So for most abilities, you get 1 charge, but for special occasions, such as dribble, like in the real game, you get 3 charges, or 2. After that, all you guys had to do is write your own function. My version already comes with the regular deflect, an OP ability which basically gives you unlimited infinity, Rapture, which I just gave it 2 charges because it was a bit weak compared to the others, Titan Blade, Dribble, Singularity, Death Slash, Slashes of Fury, Infinity, and Slash of Duality. Those are my main favorites from the real game. Next up is the balls module. This is where the actual physics engine is running. I actually did a YouTube shorts on this, so if you want to check it out, I'll put the link in the description. So you guys got all the parameters here, and you guys can tweak these to change the curves or speed of the ball to your liking. So I'll explain what each of them does real quickly. Velocity is basically the current velocity of the ball. The acceleration is how fast that velocity changes. The jerk is how fast that acceleration changes. The maximum distance is basically the max distance the ball needs to be to the target in order for the curve effect to actually start happening. Decay power is how fast the ball stops curving when it's near the target. So if you want the ball to curve more, just decrease this value. And if you want the ball to just never miss its target, just increase the value. The drag coefficient is basically how powerful the drag is to keep the ball from reaching too fast of speeds. The drag power is basically like a cap. It's sort of a more powerful drag coefficient. Deflect strength is pretty self-explanatory. It's just how much extra velocity is added to the ball whenever you or the bots deflect. And the range is just the ball's range to be deflected or the kill range. Finally, the players module. This basically just handles the base stats for everyone. Here are the stats. This is like the default walk speed. I set it to pretty high, so it's kind of like an action game. Here's the default jump power. And reach is basically their reach. The Titan Blade will modify the player's reach, basically giving them more reach to the ball. And I set it to 10, so you can basically parry while the ball is not in your kill range. Sort of like the real Blade Ball. So that's basically all you guys need to know. Its setup is super straightforward. If you want to grab this for your own games, just hit the GitHub link in the description, download the file, and open it right up on Roblox Studios. Then you're good to go. Before I end this video, I want to tease something I've been working on. This is an even more improved version of the game. I came up with a better algorithm, so the ball's targeting is way less chaotic and way more predictable. Plus, I moved the ball rendering to the client side. This means the movements are incredibly smooth now. So as you guys can see, I'm in the older version. As you guys can see, the ball is slightly laggy because it's ran and rendered on the server side and replicated to the client. So if you have bad ping, the ball will lag even worse, which is not a big problem, but it's noticeable. Let's take a look at the new version. So I'm in the new version's game. I don't have any deflector abilities yet, since this is just like a testing. And as you guys can see, the ball's speed is much more consistent and the smoothness of the ball is really good. It's almost like the real Blade Ball, as you guys can see. So that's pretty much it. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.